Hi, welcome back to USA Carp Fishing. I know it's been a while, but I've just come back from Del Hollow and thought I'd put a video together. I actually took some video this time and I'm going to share it with you. If you are easily offended by bad language, now is the time to switch off. If you don't like ugly, fat English people, now's the time to switch off. Apart from that, sit back, enjoy. Oh, and don't think there's going to be any nice little cutscenes with music and pretty scenery. The music's not going to happen. So, like it or lump it. Anyway, sit back, enjoy the show.
Hey folks, how you doing? Just left the grocery store. I did start making a video and then popped the sun visor down. Didn't realise I'd shut the fucking video camera off. But just left the grocery store. I am fully packed going to Del Hollow, Taylor's Ford at Del Hollow. Fished Del Hollow 2-3 times last year. Broke my personal best several times. Biggest now is 33.5 pound. Should have been a 37, but I left my rods. My buddy landed it on my rods. So it could have been a 37 fully scaled. But still, 33 is fucking great, because when I started up there, my personal best was 22. So I smashed it several times. I had plenty over 22. Great fish as well. But anyway, I'm sure you all know about Del Hollow. If not, tons of other videos online. I don't know how extensive this video will be, but I'm just leaving now from just the other side of Raleigh, North Carolina, and it's an 8-hour drive. It is 7 p.m. After getting off of work and getting everything in the car prepared. This car's heavy as shit. Getting it all ready, and finally leaving at like 6:15, and then going and getting all the groceries. Finally on the move, and it's 6:58 p.m. Thursday, April 15th, and I'm on my way to Del Hollow, and I can't fucking wait. So, what you should know about Del Hollow before we go, I don't want to make this intro too long, but I got COVID a few weeks ago. So while I was in quarantine, I thought, fuck it, let's go fishing. So I went up to Tennessee. My buddy was already up there. He fished a 3-week session and blanked. I went up there with him for, 3-4 days, something like that. I never got a bite either. Got a run and struck into nothing, and I think it's probably a huge liner or a catfish picked it up and ran off with it, like hooking itself. But yeah, no action whatsoever. He's been up there for 2 weeks already on this session. They had massive storms 2.5 weeks ago. Tornadoes, all sorts of shit. And the level went up so high that when I was there a month ago, we were fishing on the bank and I had my tent set up. He took a picture of where we were, because that's where we were going to go back fishing. But we couldn't, because the water would have been over the top of my tent where I was last time. So, you're talking like 8 feet difference. It may have even gone up more than that, but it had to be 8 feet to go up over the tent. So yeah, they moved around. He checked a whole bunch of other places. Everything had driftwood and just messed up. Taylor's Ford there is like one of the only clear places. There was some debris floating around, seems to have cleared up. He's had a couple of fish. It's been quiet, but he's had some. One of the other guys that's joining us, he went up yesterday. He had one at 6 a.m. this morning, a 22-pound common. So he's hitting straight away, lucky bastard. And I'm on my way up. I'll get there about 2 o'clock in the morning, Tennessee time, and I shall go ahead and I've got the rigs tied and everything else. And I'll just chill out, put the rods out, but with just a handful of boilies around each one, just to sit out 4 hours of darkness while waiting for the light. But the area we're fishing has got like 6-foot margins. Some of it's a little flat as well down there, looking at the topography maps. 6-foot margins, and then it goes off very quick at some places, down to like 60 feet, about 50, 60, 70 yards out. So, again, very deep area. But I think this time of year, right now, I don't know what the water temperature would be up there. I think it'd be over 50. I'd imagine mid-50s if I was to guess. Could even be a little bit more than that. So they've had some good weather up there. But I think with the flooding, and which can really upset everything in the lake. The carp's natural food, the carp themselves. Everything's a little different. All that wash of fresh water, and then it gets murky, and then it's got so. I just think with the temperature and the time of year and the light coming up, I think they're going to come up into the shallows. That's what I think, and that's what I'm going to bank on straight away. I love fishing the shallows as well. I have got an ass ton of bait on me. An ass ton, that's 2 shitloads, and 8 shitloads is a fuckload. Just in case you're wondering, so carp measurements. But no, I've got an ass load of bait with me. I've got 50 pounds of chicken scratch feed, which is cracked corn and oats and something else, might be some millet in there or something. But it's mainly cracked corn and oats. Looks really good. Comes out with a real slime on it. It's really nice. And then I've got 50 pound of deer corn, some maize basically. I've got 17 and a half kilos of boilies. And I've got some tigers, but that's just hook baits. Shit ton of pop-ups, all that sort of stuff. I've got plenty of bait, but I was thinking that I would get out there, we would have the fish on the go, really chowing down. I don't think that's happening. I think that they may be overbaiting a little bit. And Andy and Matt, I'm sorry if you see this, I apologise because I might be knocking the way you're fishing, but I think we're probably overbaiting a little bit. And I think for the amount of fish that are coming in, if they're passing it, I don't think they're really getting their heads down on it, and they're probably just taking up the free shit, not catching their hook bait, moving on. So I'm going to kind of bank on that they are patrolling up and down the margins, looking for naturals, and I am going to try and tempt them with a snowman. Maybe, do you know what? I may do a tiger nut first of all, but I think what I'm going to do is like a Candy Nut Crush Nash snowman with some Candy Nut Crush and probably some coconut cream boilies. Maybe 20 tops. I think it'd be more like 10 or 15 around that bait, and do that on all 3 rods. Tigers on one, boilies on the other, and just a scattering of bait. This is what I'm going to do when I first get there, and then when I get there in the morning, I'll assess the situation a bit more, take some water temps, take some depths, and all that stuff. I don't want to dick around with it in the middle of the night, and then re-strategize on what I think could be it. I mean, carp fishing's hit and miss, but I think if I start less and build up, it'd be better than starting more and having too much shit already in the water. So I'll try that and see if we can pick the ones up patrolling up and down the banks. And then I may try it. I've got 3 rods. I think I'll try the left and the right in the margins, and maybe the middle one a bit further out, maybe in like 15 to 20 foot of water, and a little bit more, probably particle with a single bottom bait boilie, I think, or tiger nut. I don't know why when I'm in particle and stuff like that, I just like that. I like that bottom bait, but of course I've got to see if there's any chod there, if there's any weed, stuff like that. With all of this stuff we've had washing down in, there's probably going to be a lot of leaves on the bottom. There was last time. I kept bringing a leaf in and I didn't have any chod rigs made up, and I was getting towards the end of the session. I was like, fuck it. Well, I've made one up this time. I've got tons of time. I've got 10 days up there. I've got 9 days. So I've got plenty of time to do stuff and change stuff. I've got an idea when I go up there, and that will change obviously after the first couple of days and seeing what they're catching on and what's happening, and we'll go from there. But that's my initial thoughts. Go up there, fish the first 4 or 5 hours of just in the margins, I think, and then maybe do the proper, what I think I want to do, round about 8-9 o'clock in the morning maybe, and that's just a little bit more bait but not too much, and find some areas on the sonar to see where I want to fish, see if I can find any features and stuff like that. It's pretty featureless out there, but one swim I want to get into, there's a fucking houseboat in there right now, But I wanted to get in there because off to the right when you're casting, looking at the topography maps I found online, it goes 6 foot, 6 foot, and then all of a sudden that fucker shelves off. It goes down to like 25 feet over a matter of like 15 feet. That is a fucking great feature right there. Either on the bottom or up on the top. Either one. Try either. I'd like to get to that. They're moving out of there on Sunday, so I may just move along. But anyway, that's the plan. I'm driving through the night, get there at 2 o'clock Tennessee time. Well, hopefully, it'll probably be more like 3 o'clock Tennessee time by the time I fuck around, go to the bathroom and shit like that. But that's the plan. Fingers crossed. I can't cross it very well. But fingers crossed that we have a good trip. And if not, it's just some fucking great time off of work. But this has been... I can be a bit of a lazy carp fisherman, something, you know, and just go out there, just fling some shit out and go for it. This time I've put in a lot of thinking about this, bought a lot of bait, a lot of rigging material, really thought about not following the trends, you know, not like, oh, I've got to use a chod rig and all that. I've got a tried and tested rig. We'll talk some more about that when I'm on the bank. Love using it. And then I will use a chod rig for the first time ever, just because the last time I was there I kept getting leaves on the hook, so I'm thinking getting one to sit up and get out the way of that is a very good idea. So I most likely will try that, unless I don't get any chod coming in and I won't bother. There's no need to try a rig just because it's popular kind of thing. I like to stick with what works. So anyway, I've talked a shit ton. Shit ton, was that? Shit ton, that's so many ass loads, I can't remember. 8 shit tons in a fuckload. But anyway, I've talked a ton. Time to shut off, and I will see you probably either in a rest area or on the side of the bank when I first put up. Anyway, like I said, fingers crossed, let's go get those fuckers. Hi folks, first stop. Let's see, not quite midnight, and 4.5 hours, and we've done 306 miles, so pretty good. And first stop, and I still feel pretty much awake. I think what I'm going to do when I get there, set the rods up, put them out, and maybe just sleep. This mic's weird, sorry. Get some sleep under the stars, I think, without the tent, and put the tent up in the morning. I'm going to be pretty tired when I get there. Oh wow, look at the ass on that. I'm glad I stopped now. No, this can't make the video, can it? What if my wife sees it? Anyway, shit, I got, damn, I'm caught up on ass now. But yeah, 5 hours, I'd say about 3 hours to go. Let's see if we can see what it is on. I've not even used the GPS yet. It's probably saved in it. Point of it, no. Oh, recent, it said recent, you dick. Let's have a look. Eagles Creek Road. That's the one we want. That's just down the road.
The route is being calculated.
The route is being calculated. Thanks, bitch. Does she have an English accent? She might have. It's an English car. Well, it's not. I think it's made in Germany now, but it's a Jaguar. Not that fucking matters. But... oh, let's give it yes.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
Yep, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Cool. So, full tank of gas, straight there. And I'll probably, I don't know if I'll make a video as soon as I get there. Maybe I will. Maybe it'll be in darkness, or I was trying to light up my face or something. Just say I'm there. Something to include in the video, right? But, oh my god, her friend's got out of the car and she's got fucking cracking ass. Oh, the other one hasn't, though. The other one's got an ass like mine. She may even have a dick in the front, who knows. But, anyway, let's move out the way of the pumps. And then I can come over here, turn the camera off, get the mic off, and rock and roll. I will update you shortly. Well, shortly for you, back fucking 3 hours from me. Get out his gear car. Alright, catch you later, folks. Alright, folks, I'm here. I'm set up. Just done 2 rods. Got a coconut cream, Nash coconut cream snowman on the right rod in 6.5 foot of water. And on the left rod, in about the same amount of water, is a candy nut crush snowman. I've only done the 2 rods. The next one will go out in the morning when I can have a better look around. It's cold out there, I'm tired, so having 2 rods out is a bonus, but I'm here. Would be great start to have something tonight, but right now just get some sleep, have some breakfast, and I'll catch you in a bit. Morning again. Not had breakfast or anything yet. Instead, visit from the sheriff. The swim I'm on is apparently a redneck's boat ramp. So the guys came this morning. I heard them with trailers, and I guess they didn't like me being in here, so they made a complaint to the police. The sheriff came round. He didn't ask me to leave. He just said, "Oh, in the morning, if they come back, can you just move your car over?" And then I explained to him what carp fishing was, and my lines would be in the water and can't move them. They had been set for a long time, and a lot of bait and everything else, all that bullshit. And the cop was fine. He didn't ask me to leave. He didn't ask me to go. He just and I said to him, "Come on, it's not a boat ramp. It's it's a campground. There's no boat ramp access here. There's nothing online that shows that. There's nothing on the map. It's just a couple of hillbillies come down here with a tractor and scoop this bit out so they don't have to pay to launch somewhere else," is what has happened. So that goes to show you how fucking tight ass they are. They want to bring their tractor all the fucking way over here just to clear this so they can get their boat in, rather than pay to launch somewhere. Amazing. But I thought, rather than fuck around, and also there's no fish like right here in front of me. There's no fish where the other guys are, but in between us. I mean, I can see right here. There's just bubbling and fizzing. I can't get to it from here. There is like a little clearing in the trees over there, but it is full. There's shit in the water, and there's all sorts of logs and stuff there. I think with a bit of work I could probably get it out, but even then, I don't know if I'd land the fish. They can kite left or right and just lose me, and it's not fair. Not fair trying to do that. So I can see where they are. I can see the bubble, and it's amazing. And I as I was packing up, they were just watching them top, like over and over and over again. It's I don't think I've never seen the fish at Del Hollow do what they're doing here. So they're definitely in. There's definitely something in that ground there that they are feeding on. Normally that's all bank. It's flooded, so maybe it's brought something out. But anyway, what we're doing is I'm going to leave this area, which is a real fucker because the 2 English guys are over there, Matt's over there, and the other guys I fish with. The swim next to me is taken. The other 2 swims are taken, so there's no room. So been kind of looking forward to this for such a long time. But at the end of the day, I'm here to fish. Being with the English guys is fucking brilliant. It would have been such a laugh, and we've been trying to do it for years, and I guess it's still not going to happen. But I think where I'm going to go to fish is going to be the place. I think it's going to be fucking epic. I just know it is. So mark my words. This is the April 16th at it's 8:30 in the morning Tennessee time, and I've just packed up from here. You can see it's like fucking loaded all up because I didn't really break everything down. So I'm going to go over there, and it may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but after that we will definitely have them in there. I think I'm going to have some success straight away. I know the fish are moving around this lake somewhere, and although they're having bites, it's not enough. It should be, especially in the morning like this, they should be coming through thick and fast. I think that's where they are over there. There's some great features over there. I think the fish are always moving in that position. It's really where I wanted to go. So we're going to go there. And it's actually, this is only the 2nd place I've ever put a rod in on Del Hollow. Oh, sorry, actually the 3rd place. It's always been on the other place. So I know it very well. I know what the bottom looks like. I know the area. Oh, okay, we're backing up. So let's go see what this brings. I think this is going to be a fucking adventure. Like I said, it's a shame I haven't got the company and the guys, but at the same time I spent a shitload of money on bait and prep and food, everything to get here. So I'm not sitting in a little hole in a tree with one rod. I just can't do it. This is where I want to be, where there's fucking house buckets. Oh my god, that's fucking nice. Even then though, it's still a little cramped. Oh man, that's nice. Yeah, that would be the place to be. But, as we say in England, you can only fuck with the cock you got. So, let's get that cock and let's go fucking. I'll catch up with you later.
Alright folks, I have had to record this sat at home while I'm editing. For some reason the audio didn't come out. Well, it came out real bad. If you hear background noise, it's because I got critters, rats and chinchillas and stuff in the room. But anyway, you see the cooler there, that's where I pitched the tent, or will do, because I spend 2 nights here sleeping outside on the bed chair, and then go back over to Taylor's Ford, and that never worked out, so I came back and then pitched the tent up. But I've been here many times before, so where the cooler is where the tent goes, and then you go down the path to the rods that you can see down the end there. It can be a little treacherous at night. It can be a bit treacherous in the day, especially at night when you get a run and you just got your slippers on, which I've never caught a carp here at night for some reason. Never had a carp run, always a fucking catfish. But anyway, you can see how high the water was. I mean, look at the debris. Unbelievable. I did burn some of it, but not much. Okay, you see where the rods are. The front of the rod pod, where it's touching the ground. When I left, it was a good 3 to 4 feet further out than that. I'd actually moved the rod pod down onto it so I could get the tips in the water. In a second, I'll show you where I put the baits out on that first. Well, not just those first couple of days, actually, for most of the time. I kind of took a picture of this because it's got my shoes and socks airing out, because my feet were just so sore, and I forgot to pack socks. I packed everything except socks, and I fucking hate having nasty feet. It's like worst thing ever. But okay, well, it's going to back up here, and then I'm going to skip to this bit here, and then we will freeze frame it right there. Now the rods there are over to the right side. There will be some graphics come up in a second, but you can see the top right where we've just flown down through. Actually, I ought to bring this stuff over quicker. There we go. So that's where the rods are. The number one, I would say right near the top of that number one is where that bait was. I mean, it's very close to that tree there. Like a rod length out. Number two is the same distance out, and right where I've got it there illustrated. And number three is probably more like at the bottom of where the number three is. Right there, it does change a lot. It comes down, it's got a nice little drop off right there. Pretty regular, 6-7 feet, and then all of a sudden it gets to there and it'll drop anywhere from 10 to 15, and then after that is even more of a pronounced drop. So that's where I had the baits for 2 days. Number one was on, God, let me think what it was. Number one was a Candy Nut Crush bottom bait. Number two was Tiger Nuts. Number three was a Coconut Cream Snowman, I think. I did end up changing all of that, which I think ringing in the change, especially on number one, helped catch the first fish. But funny enough, a Candy Nut Crush 15mm pop-up caught one of my biggest fish, which we'll see that a little later. But yeah, that's where it is. Very simple layout. 1 and 2 is easy to bait, just throw them in, and number 3, not too much of a cast. All right, well, let's carry on with whatever we got coming up next. Hey folks, it is Sunday morning, 6:15 a.m. Nothing here. I've had absolutely nothing, and I would have bet money that I would have put a fish on the bank by now. I thought I'd have a fish on the bank within like the first few hours of being here. So
I'm not quite sure why. I put the sonar out last night and just seen like 3 or 4 fish over each rod. One of those I'm going to show right now. There. I mean, that's right over the top of my bait. So I don't fucking know. But anyway, I'm going to pack up. The car is packed up. I slept in the car last night. So I just need to go down and get the rods and move back over where the guys are. That swim that I couldn't get into because of a houseboat, they move out at 8 o'clock this morning. So as soon as I end this video, I'm going to go get the rods, pack them in the car, and head on over there. I've not even had fucking breakfast or anything yet. I'm hungry. So can't wait to get over there, get everything out, get set up. Oh, like the hat? Yeah, I know, it makes me look like a little Scandinavian bitch. This is my Scottish hat that I got from Loch Ness. Shit, that must have been like 6, 7, 8 years ago. But, alright, less of the hat, more of the fishing. So I'm going to get on my way. This is taken on the phone because, again, my cameras are fucking packed up as well. So, everything's packed away. And the sooner I move, the better. So, sorry I haven't put any video up the last day or so. I've kind of got a little lazy and couldn't be fucking bothered. Anyway, I'll cut that piece out.
So 2 days later on the Sunday, this is Taylor's Ford, which I just had a short clip when I got there. I get back over there to wait for the houseboat to leave so I could get in my swim. I should point out that the cove that I just left was showing fish. They'd started splashing, there was some on the sonar, but I wanted to go over and get with the guys. You know, this was supposed to be a group trip, so I wanted to get over there, get up with them, you know, share some tactics, put some heads together, you know, and have some fun as well as the fishing. But I got back over there. We found out that the houseboat was not leaving at 8:30 in the morning. They were leaving about 12 with the houseboat and then leaving God knows whenever that night. So I made the decision to go back to the cove. Real shame. Really wanted to fish with those guys. But it is what it is. And I just realised now sitting here that I actually paid for it as well. Never actually sat there and fished, which is a bit fucking annoying, and I'd really looked forward to it for a long time. But all of that aside, I was there to catch fish. I wanted to catch some fish, so I went back over to the cove, and yeah, I was disappointed, but hey, shit happens, right? But yeah, so that was the last time over at Taylor's Ford. And just wasted a lot of time going back and forth. And they weren't catching. I mean, they caught, but it was like one a day or one or I think someone had 2 in one day, or they'd have a run and miss it and get another one. But it's basically one a day. So I was like, well, let's get back over to the other one, and I think we can match that. So, which didn't actually quite happen, but we did catch something. So, but anyway, I packed up there and or packed up. I didn't even get anything out of the car. Just turned around and fucked off back over to the other one. And again, never had any fucking breakfast or anything because I was up early. I hadn't set no tent up. I've not had any creature comforts because I wanted to get back over there and fish, and I was hanging by then. And to get over there and get that disappointment was, yeah, it's annoying. And you got to go back over and spend, you know, the rest of the term on your own, which I ain't got no problem with actually. Sometimes I'd rather fish on my own, but it's just when you're expecting to fish with people that it does get you down a little bit. So I was in the wrong frame of mind when I went back to where I was at, but once I set up, I felt a whole lot better. But anyway, let's go back to my cove.
Hi guys, day 5, Tuesday, 20th of April. One fish, 15-pound common, taken right underneath the tree there. where I kept seeing them. I still seeing them, just not getting anything. That was taken off of 2 very small pieces of cracked corn on a small hook. The fish are not hook shy or anything. I may have caught it on anything, who knows. But I know that the other guys over at Taylor's Ford, they're still struggling. Mark did have a 26 about an hour or 2 ago. That was his first. People out on the main body of lake apparently are catching 40s. I don't think they're catching a lot of fish, but they're catching some big fish. So right now, 1 fish, 5 days. I've switched everything to corn, just gone back to basics. No fandangled rigs, just making sure it goes, that it's presented properly, anti-tangle, and where it's not anti-tangle, put a PVA bag on it, just dropping off the rod. So yeah, right now, not much worth talking about, well, except the weather. We had rain the night before last, not much. This morning was very cold. Today, 70 degrees. The wind was real bad just a minute ago, but it's breezy. 70 degrees. Tomorrow morning, 5-6 a.m. snow. If you fucking believe that. And a 50 degree high. Maybe that will change, you know, atmospheric pressures and temps and something else. Something might trigger, because the next day it's back up. I think in the 60s, or maybe in 70. I don't remember now. So let's just hope that triggers something. Sorry about the sound. It's not as good as what the other videos have been, because I had an external mic on. But all right, well, let's hope, fingers crossed, that we start catching something. Oh, I did have a catfish at 12 o'clock last night, which was real fucking great. I knew what it was as well before I unzipped the tent. The way it, series of beeps, stops, series of beeps, stops, series of beeps, and just keeps on doing that, and you're like, yeah, that's a fucking catfish. Or either that or it's a carp with a sense of humour. But okay, usual stuff. Bait down here, 1 rod length out under the tree there. It's not really under the tree, but for camera's sake, it's a rod length out. Nothing to do with fishing under trees and all that shit. It's just a good spot there. About 10-11 foot deep. The next one is just along down here, same, 11-12 foot deep. And then the other one, you see that little rock along the, follow the rock ledge, and you'll see that tree hanging in the water with a little rock next to it. Go out 25-30 feet to the left, and that's where the right hand rod is. I've always caught there. Again, I put it out on maize or corn for you English guys. When I say corn, maize, this is deer corn, which most people refer to as maize. You can see, look, it's big, and it's pretty hard as well. I mean, it's been soaked. It's not that it needs any more soaking, but the good thing is about it is it. Oh shit! Good if I pointed this down, wouldn't it? The good thing is about it, it doesn't come off the hair. Well, not very well anyway. But yep, pretty big, big chunks, nice and firm. And then in this one, we've got the spod mix. Again, look, you can see that it's corn in there. It's cracked corn and oats, and I've put some spod mix flavors, goo, whatever you want to call it, in there. I'm not really much for that normally, but I thought, well, let's give it a try. I think that's it. Nothing else to report. Well, when I say nothing else to report, the fish was showing the last couple of days. I mean, just rolling and crashing non-stop. I decided not to bait last night. I thought, if I'm not catching anything, then surely there's still bait in the water, so I didn't bait. This morning, a lot quieter, not so much crashing. That kind of tells me that the bait is doing something. So I did put out some more bait, not a whole bunch, but since then I've had a couple show over that right hand rod out from the rock. Not many, just a couple in the last few hours just rolled. But the night before last, they were rolling underneath the tree, like, you know, right over the top of the bait. I put the sonar out and it was showing fish every time I dragged the sonar across it.
Never got a bite. So I don't know. Same rigs I've always used. I've gone very simple rigs now. So and it's the ones I used last time I was here, and it caught good. So just basic shit. Well, I think that's it for now. Let's hope this. Well, actually, let's hope the breeze doesn't slow down. Just don't get any more than what it is, and hopefully we will be back with a video of decent fish. Okay, now I'm going to stop this fucking thing. Stop it. Hey, back on the camera, fucker. Unlock the screen. What the fuck, just stop it? I can't stop it. Oh, what in the holy fuck? Cut the goddamn music out. Jesus. What he said. Fucking music. This one feels better, guys. Not better. Funny thing is, he didn't really hit a load of line off. He just... The run went, made a bunch of bleeps. And then, when I got here, Bob was bent, and this thing had just buried himself and stuck. I don't think he finished it. He hasn't run enough yet. No, he hasn't run enough. Oh God. Oh bitch, my teeth get cut. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Alright, maybe you can't do it. Come on. There we go. Let's get you turned. Net here. Yes. Oh, look. Oh. God damn. Oh. Oh. sake, just stop the music. God damn it. Anyway, it's Thursday, which is the 7th day. Been quiet as shit. But I did manage to have 2 yesterday. So that's got me up to 3. The first one was a £15 common. And the second one came late yesterday afternoon, 3 o'clock I think, something like that, which was a £22 common. A lot better. When I say 22, I mean it's approximate. I've actually gone lower than what the estimate was. It's probably about 22.4 or something like that. But anyway, I didn't photo. Well, when I say I didn't photo it, here's a picture of it. Yeah, all I done was just took proof and let it go. I think anything over 25, I'm probably going to get the camera out, and I was going to take a photo of it, and I had this camera out, and I was going to do a time lapse, where I get the little photos in between. But as I was about to get the sack and put it in it, the other rod started beeping. Good beeps with the beep, 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 beep with the tip going. So I quickly put the fucker back in, took a quick photo as I done it, and then got stood behind the other rod, and it never done anything else after that. So, yeah. But a very quiet night. Well, 2 catfish just as it was getting dark. I caught the 22 on a single 15mm pop-up. So I was like, okay, let's go back, try the boilies. So I went back and done that, and then caught a catfish on 2 of the rods. The other rod was, that was Candy Nut Crush boilies. The other rod was a coconut cream snowman, and didn't have a touch on that all night, and then brought it in this morning, no boilies on it. Either they got picked to shit, which I've never had. I've had them picked, but not that severely, especially the pop-up. Or they came off during casting, and I think that's probably what happened. I didn't put a boilie stop on it. I just burnt the end and done a splodge on it, and I think the cast was a bit further than I normally do with 4-ounce lead, and I think the cast may have popped it off, so it may have been sat out there for the best part of fucking 24 hours with nothing on it. So that's annoying. But it's back out now with a proper boilie stop on it. The left one I've put back on a tiger nut underneath this tree. There's a lot of leaf debris under the tree. Every time I bring it in, I have a fucking leaf on the hook, and you don't know whether it's sat there like it all night. But anyway, I've put it out back on tiger nuts, plonked it on the bottom, felt it down, and just boom, left it. I didn't really even tighten the line up afterwards, just left it right there. And then the right hand rod. I've always wanted to fish just like about 15 feet off the rocks down there, but like all the way down further than what I thought I could cast. Well, this morning I put a big old hoof in it, and I thought, fuck it, if it goes in the trees, goes in the trees. But it didn't. I mean, it went straight as a fucking arrow, and it went all the way down there. So that left me with a problem, baiting it. So I cut the spom out, and believe it or not, I threw 4 spoms out, and 2 of them hit exactly where I knew that fucking bait was. So that was pretty cool. One went to the left, and then another one went a little short, but nothing in the trees. I'm thinking that one may go off. Looking at where the line is sat in the water, I would say it's about 10 feet of water. Looking at how far it is and the angle of the line, I'm thinking about 10 feet. I'm not going to throw the sonar down there. Fucking $300 and something worth of sonar is not going to be cast into the trees. So that's where we are. The carp are splashing like non-stop. When I say non-stop, they've not splashed since I've been doing this video, but they are very active. Oh, the 12-pound common I had yesterday morning was beating the shit. There you go, look. I guess you heard that on camera. Big old spladoosh. About 40 yards out. Yeah, something like 30, 40 yards out. But alright, what was the fuck I was talking about? Oh shit. I've lost my train of thought now, and I'm not winding back to get this. What the fuck was I just talking about?
That one down the right side, tried to poof out further than I thought I could actually cast has gone off. Surprise, fucking surprise. He swam in the first few minutes. Fucker swam right down the wedge. I'm sure I did use that. I don't think very big. Let's get the land in there. Let's get that. Just a little clipper. Yeah, just a small. Oh well. Better kicking you in the tits. There's a fully scaled. Come on, Bubba. Number 4. Okay. Car warming up and charging my batteries. I need to do that more often. Nearly every fucking bike's been rocking in the car. You folks over here. Sorry. Let's get you up on the rock. There we go. Alright. Oh, he's a better looking fish than I thought. I thought he was really small. He was like single digits. Well, he's a plump bitch. Oh. Nicely hooked. Yeah, this one's not beaten up, but I can see where he's had some scrapes. Come on. Oh, you little fucker. There we go. This is one pretty fish. That's it. Get with your dorsal up for the camera. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh wow. Look at the colours. Look at it. Oh man, you're a fucking poser. Yeah, there's the dorsal, the pectorals. Yeah, I mean there is some scarring on there. Recent. It's in the middle of healing. So let me bring the camera down and show you that. I will weigh him. I'd imagine that he's about, I know he's plump, but I imagine around about 13 pounds. Let me get the camera over here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Scale there, there, the tail look there, along the dorsal, the other side of him as well. Actually, I don't want to fuck him around. Let's go weigh him. I've got to make sure that I wet the net good because I know how much it weighs wet. And that way I can get accurate weight on him. I haven't got my hat on. It's nice and warm in the car. I took it off. Alright.
Okay. Skills are on. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. So, well, not much bigger. 14.2. Is this sack? Well, let's just say 14. Sack is about 2 pounds when it's wet. Oh, nice. This is a sad moment, folks. It is Thursday, April 22nd. I'm trying not to fuck with my cup. Thursday, April 22nd. It is 7:24 Tennessee time. I was going to stay till at least tomorrow lunch. Originally I was going to stay till like Saturday lunchtime, maybe even Sunday morning if the fishing was good. The fishing's still not. I did have that one earlier that you've seen, the fully scaled mirror, 14 pound. But 4 fish since last Thursday. Well, actually it was last Friday. So I mean it's 7 days and 4 fish. I made a couple of mistakes. One was packing up and going back over there and then coming back over here. Never lost a lot of time, but probably should have started baiting this one like a day or so earlier. I didn't bait it like I meant to fish it. But when I come back, I did bait it. Underneath the tree where I caught the first fish. Presentation was good until like the last 3 or 4 days, and all of a sudden I started picking up fucking leaves on every pullback. So I went to a pop-up boilie and caught the 22, I think, on that one. I can't remember, but anyway, I caught on the pop-up. So I stayed with a pop-up thinking, well, we'll sit above the leaves and shit. Ended up with a catfish round about this time of night. It was just about to get dark. And then the other rod, I ended up with a catfish on that one as well, and that one was a pop-up. So I had to give up with that. It was corn or tigers that was getting them. Actually, let me back up there. It was corn that was getting them. Tigers never done shit. I never had a fish on tigers, which is very strange. But I think I should have had the presentation down a little bit better and kind of stuck to my guns on what I was going to fish with. The corn was the way to go, and I fished predominantly corn. But I moved around a bit too much trying to chase fish. They were topping over here one day, so I cast to there, and but you know, back and forth. But at the same time, everything is in the, you know, within an acre vicinity, so every bit of bait that went in is bringing fish in. So I can beat myself up about it, but I don't think we've done too bad. I could have maybe caught another 1 or 2 with some better tactics. But everybody else is doing shit. Well, actually, I don't know about shit, but everybody else is not catching like they should. It's been slow, very slow. So that's one good thing, if that makes sense. It's a good thing that I now think, well, shit, it's not just me. If everyone else was hammering the shit out of it, and then I was having this kind of piss poor performance, then I'll be a little worried. But yeah, I've got to say goodbye to this place again. It is the only place I've fished out here, although I did put a rod in the water over on Taylor's Ford for what was it, 3 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock in the morning. It just threw out a boilie on each one, a couple of boilies around it, went to fucking sleep. But this is my spot. I really do like this spot. The reason I like it is it's got features. Everywhere else doesn't have features. Not I've seen the topography and talking to the anglers. You know, someone said, "Oh no, this one's got a dip off and stuff like that." Yeah, it's got, you know, over 20 feet. It goes down 6 feet. You know, that's the feature kind of thing. It's actually, that's probably a little harsh. Over 10 feet, it goes down 6 feet, which is really not a feature. Here, you go out 6 feet, you go down 15. It's kind of you've got that. The trouble is, it's a bit treacherous. I didn't break up once. The braid that I've got, which I bought after the first time of fishing here, works great. It's the Spectra braid, 65 pound, really thin, really durable. I felt the fish on the rocks, never once did it break off. I did lose a couple of, not rigs, I actually lost hooks. I straightened out hooks. So it's and the leads, when they come back, the leads were beating the shit. So I don't know if you can see me here. Anyway, whether you can or can't, you can hear me.
But yeah, so all in all, a little bit of a disappointment. I kind of decided to cut my losses and get out of here. Tomorrow night is thunderstorms, Saturday's thunderstorms. That really made my mind up, because otherwise I think I would have stuck it out. But I was thinking, well, we'd go Friday till noon, pack up, head back, miss the thunderstorms. But then the Friday traffic, that would be a fucking nightmare. I'd hit it in, you know, Knoxville. Is it Knoxville? Yeah, I think it's Knoxville. Or Nashville, one of the other two anyway. Then I'd go the other side and get it in Asheville. I'd get it in Winston-Salem, Greensboro, Burlington, Durham, Raleigh. It would be like non-stop. So I don't need to drive through that. I'm going to drive through the night, like I done last time. So I'm actually leaving right when I did last week. It was last Thursday, almost to the fucking minute that I'm leaving and going back. But it's still nice to be out here. It's a shame I didn't get to fish with the other guys. That was kind of the ultimate goal, was to go out and have us Englishmen take the piss for 7 days and fish. But the bottom line is, it is about the fishing. If I want to come out and have a laugh with some guys, then we'll go down the pub. But it would have been nice to have fished one. But at the same time, I kind of, in one way, when I was driving over here, I was thinking, damn, this is a good move for fishing. You know, I'm going to come over here and we're going to hit the jackpot. You know, you've seen how confident I was. I'm chatting on quite a lot here, and that's kind of my closing statement anyway. And none of that fucking music. But I was going to do a little parody at the end about the music and see me kicking shit and walking off up the hill. But I didn't get there. I had too much shit to pack away. Oh, and I broke my glasses as well. That's why I keep on feeling behind my ear. I took my hat off and they sprung off, and I've done a little chip there, and it's annoying me. So that's it. That might be it for this year. I hope not. I'm hoping I'll come up like right towards the end of the year, maybe Thanksgiving or something, or maybe get up earlier. But I think that's when it have to be. I've got to save some of my save some of my holiday time. Last year I exhausted it, and I need to really save some of it this time in case I need it. But yeah, it's a shame, but it's great to be back here. A lot of memories. Gonna miss it, but hey, we done it. And it's I'm 47 years old. I used to do this kind of shit when I was like 17, 18, 19. Well, up until I was about 25. Actually, a little bit later than that. Probably when I was about 30 when I first moved over here. But yeah, I used to go out and I used to stay for days and days and days. This might be one of the longest ones I've done, is a week. For fishing, that is. Sleeping rough and that, 6 weeks. I used to do a bit of hiking and stuff as well. But for fishing, this is probably one of the longest stints I've done. But anyway, we'll take away something here. I think the fish spawned. To change the subject a little bit, I think they spawned, and I think that's what hit us. I probably tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, it's going to start getting better. Next week it would have been, I think, the one, or maybe in 2 weeks from now, let them get over the spawning. But they spawned. Those fish were they were beaten up. You could see it. So I think that's what went on. So understandable. I think that's why some of the fish are not in places where you expect, and you know, people out on the main lake were catching 40s, but they were getting the bigger fish. Obviously the females right there. I think the males have mainly been in the channels. I don't know why they're doing that shit. If there's females to fuck, go out there. But it's like they seemed like the ones I had were mainly males. I can't really tell the difference that well, but they were more slender, and they were beaten up. So I think that was more likely to be a male. But okay, now I've got an 8-hour fucking drive. I've got 3 bags of trash to dump. One of them was out of my cooler, and it's sopping wet, and I almost spilled it all in the car. I put it inside another trash bag. Actually, I'll get moving. Oh, and another thing, I've got to get my ass out of here as well. Almost backed up over the edge when I came in here. It's the first time the car's moved in days. Oh, first time the car has moved since Sunday, and it's Thursday. And this is the furthest I've been up here since Sunday. I have not moved from this place. I've not gone past the front of the car. It's a shame to see it disappear in my mirrors. But there will be another time. Okay, well, this is me over and out. Let me pull off up here. Wait. And I'm going to turn off the camera. Thanks for watching. I don't know how much I will keep all of this in the video, but oh, fucking car, I hate that automatic fucking stop. Stupid shit. If I want the fucking engine to turn off, I'll do it. Assholes. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry it wasn't as exciting as it could be, but hey, this is real life, right? And be good to get another damn video up on the channel. I've made some and just been too lazy to fucking put them up, or it just not been what I wanted. This one's not what I wanted, but this fucker's going up all right. But anyway, thanks for watching. Keep tuned, keep in tune, keep tuned in, just fucking come back and have a look, and we're fishing local waters and see what we come up with. Anyway, stay safe, tight lines.